with gentle yoga for everyone. Today we will flow through a live, full length yoga class, starting with our stretching, proceeding into practice. We'll have a water break, so make sure you have some water nearby. All right, so I'm just going to let everybody into the class, and then we'll make our way to the mat. So join me on your mat. Today, we do have our mat in a horizontal alignment, and we're going to proceed by stretching. So let's take a breath and guide the palms outward. Welcome, welcome. We're starting with our stretching. Good to see everybody this morning. So allow the arms to flow overhead. Our fingertips are flowing towards the sky. And on the exhale breath, release the arms downward and step the feet outward. Yes, let's take a big step. Release the arms to shoulder level. We'll bend the elbows, have the palms face in. The toes are pointed at a diagonal, and we're going to bend the knees. All right? So we're going to do a little pulse. So we're going to lower, lower, and as we're breathing, we're guiding the breath in through the nose, and we're allowing the legs to warm up, and we're engaging the core as we bend. The next breath allows us to straighten the knees, straighten elbows. We're going to release the arms all the way down and heel toe the feet inward. The legs will get closer and closer together. Lift your heart up, and you're going to release forward to a forward fold. Just going to... Awesome. So in the forward fold, be sure to keep your eyes open. Let's all bend our knees. We're going to bend the knees. So notice how that might release some of the pressure in the low back with the knees bending. Just notice the difference, how it feels to have the knees straighten versus bending, okay? So the bending is a gentler approach. Let's guide the chin towards the collarbone. See if you can place your fingertips or palms on your mat and step your feet outward, straighten your legs. All right, and now we're gonna do what is like the cat-cow spine. So press your belly towards the wall behind you, lift your tailbone up, and on the exhale breath, guide your navel in and bring your chin towards your collarbone so your spine takes a C curve. On the inhale, the belly flows towards the wall behind you, your tailbone rises, and on the exhale, we're guiding the navel inward. Chin flows towards the collarbone. Allow the spine to become more neutral. We're going to turn our head to the left, turn the head center, turn the head to the right, then center. Let's do it again. Breathe, keep your eyes open, head flows to the left, center, go at your own pace, right, center. Now imagine there's a pencil on the tip of your nose, and you're going to make a circle with your nose on your mat. So circle to the left slowly, make the circle slow, and then we're going to circle opposite direction. Awesome flow. Allow the head to be still, and we're going to heel toe the feet inward. Take a breath, heel toe your feet inward, and your legs come closer and closer together until your thighs touch. With thighs touching, encourage your chest to flow towards your thighs. Now again, if this is uncomfortable, just soften the knees a little bit, but otherwise if you want to intensify the stretch, you'll keep your legs straight, and we all have the weight of the body rooted in our heels. The next breath guides the knees to bend. And as the knees are bending, we're guiding the navel inward, and slowly we're going to rise up. The palms will face forward. Guide your navel in, so pull that belly in, the arms flow outward, and we allow the fingertips to flow all the way towards the sky. We're in a mountain pose position. Just allow your breath to create a nice calming wave over the body. Increasing oxygen levels, relax your shoulders, guide the arms to flow downward with straight fingers. We're actively squeezing the elbows to keep the biceps and triceps engaged, and we're going to flow to shoulder level, palms face up. Begin to circle the arms forward and circle the arms back. Next breath, guide the arms forward. So the arms are parallel, palms facing each other. Squeeze those elbows, relax shoulders. We're activating pectoral muscles. On the exhale, release the arms down. Bend the elbows, hands flow to waist. And from here, we're going to step the left leg out, step the right leg out, the left toes point away from the body. We're going to take a nice deep lunge, bending our left knee. All right, and if you want, you could just slide your feet further apart if you want to go deeper into your stretch. See how it feels, and we're going to pulse it. Breathe it, stretching out those hamstrings, engaging the quadriceps, strengthening the calf muscles. So good for the body. The next breath allows us to rise up. We're going to straighten that bending knee. Let's breathe. Guide all 10 toes to point towards the front of the room. Right toes point away from the body. Take a full breath. On the exhale, we'll bend the right knee. Very good. All right, so we get to choose the position of the feet so we can see how much engagement we want to get into this stretch. Very good. The next breath allows us to rise up, breathe deep. We're going to flow to straightening the bending knee, guiding all 10 toes to point forward so we can heel toe the feet inward. Thighs come closer and closer together until they touch. Release the arms forward, palms touch. Place your thumb, both thumbs rest on the sternum. Our shoulders are relaxed. Let's gaze downward. Allow your breath to flow into the nose very slowly in a fluid manner. Notice how the chest will rise and connect with the heart energy, the pulsing of the heart at the top of the breath. Connect with that energy and breathe. This will be a time, if you choose to set an intention or a dedication for your practice today, you can do that. Or you can simply remain connected with your own heart energy, breathing deep. The next breath allows us to blink our eyes open a little wider. We are now prepared to start our yoga practice. All right, so let's relax our hands, relax our arms at our side. And this will be a great time if you're a new viewer to just hit that subscribe button so that you can join more videos. Now, we're standing tall. We're going to flow to a mountain pose. Allow the palms to face forward. On the inhale breath, go slow as the arms will flow overhead. So in yoga, let your movements be slow. And although I'm giving you cues and instructions, always go at your own pace. Together, we'll meet up at the mountain pose, fingertips pointing upward, elbows are straight, and just tell your shoulders to relax away from your ears. Guide your navel inward. And make sure all your body is rooted in your heels. Knees straight, all right? What a wonderful mountain pose. The next breath allows the arms to flow inward and flow closer. Palms touch, elbows soften. Press your palms together actively as you bend your elbows. Keep lifting up your heart as your elbows bend. Notice the length in the spine. As you release your thumbs onto your sternum and relax your shoulders. We'll guide the right knee to bend, the right heel rises. The next breath allows us to lift up that bending knee. Lift your heart as you bend the knee. Let it splay outward. The foot is in front of the standing leg. If you'd like a little more, you can release your left hand and see if you can capture the ankle or foot. See how that feels? Maybe guide your hand to your toes and encourage the knee to point downward. Actively squeeze that left glute muscle. Awesome flow. From here, on the exhale breath, we'll release where we're here holding the foot. Guide the knee to flow forward, uncross. On the exhale, release the heel all the way back down onto the mat. We'll transfer all our weight to our heels. Thumbs are relaxing on our sternum, shoulders relaxed. Inviting length into the spine with each inhale. On the exhale, now the opposite knee will bend. Should perhaps be the left knee bending, the left heel will rise up. Connect with a focal point. Gaze at something that's not moving, and on the inhale breath, we're going to lift up the bending knee. When you're ready, take your breath, lift that bending knee, actively squeezing that right glute muscle and guiding the navel inward. Press the palms together for balance, and then we can allow the knee to splay outward, release the left hand, the right hand, and see what we can capture. Full inhalation, complete exhalation, allowing our breath to center the body, strengthening the core, toning leg muscles, lifting heart on each inhale. What an awesome flow. On the next exhale, release the foot. It's okay if you get wiggly. Release the foot. Guide the knee forward. We're uncrossing. And on the exhale breath, we're going to guide the sole of the foot all the way back down. Control and focus. Palms reconnect. Thumbs resting on sternum, shoulders relaxed. The next breath guides us to step our feet outward. We're going to take a nice widened stance. And now we're going to guide the left toes to point away from the body. Rotate the upper body towards the bending knee. So we're bending the left knee, rotating the upper body towards the bending knee. So the heart is facing in the same direction as the bending knee. The back toes are at a slight diagonal. The back leg is straight. Let's gaze downward and reflect on our heart rhythm. On the exhale breath, we're going to begin to fold the upper body forward towards the bending knee, release the palms, extend the arms forward. The hands will frame that left foot. Spread your fingers as widely as possible. So the fingers are spreading so we can protect our wrist. So we now have our palms on the mat, fingers spread very widely. We're going to lift up our right heel and rotate the right toes so they're pointing in the same direction as the left toes. We're preparing for our down dog. The next breath allows us to step that left foot back. Breathe as you step the left foot back. Press your heart to your thighs. Keep your heels off of the mat for right now. So focus on keeping the fingers spreading, keeping the heels lifted, and just guide your hips to flow to the right and to the left. All right, get your spine involved as the hips flow to the right and to the left. Your chin flows towards the collarbone, and this is called the wagging the dog posture. We're inviting flexibility into the spine and hips at the same time. From here on the exhale, we're going to bend our right knee. Release your left heel as close to the mat as you can without straining. Right knee is bending, left heel released to the mat, the left leg straight, the chin is flowing towards the collarbone. On the inhale, we are going to straighten the bending knee, lift that right, lift the heel off of the mat, and transfer that leg to the bending position. Opposite heel releases to the mat. So let's do that again. Inhale, straight leg flows to bending, bending leg flows to straighten. And just be a little more fluid with that movement, alternating the knee bends. It's as if you are paddling your legs. Perhaps it also maybe a similar motion to riding a bicycle. All right? So we're breathing deep. We're just guiding more stretching of the legs, and as we also engage our nervous and circulatory system in this inverted posture. The next breath is going to guide both legs to flow to straighten, and we're going to rise up onto our tippy toes. So lift your heels off of your mat and press your chest to your thighs. Your chin is flowing towards your collarbone, and let your tailbone rise up towards the sky. Right? So then let's take a cleansing breath in this position with our heels lifted. And on the exhale, release your heels towards the mat. Now at this point, it's okay if your heels don't touch. Remember, just don't strain. If your heels are touching the mat, that's fine. If the heels are hovering, that's fine too. Just be sure to also, don't be perfectly still in this posture. This down dog is full of micro movements, so we're constantly getting the tailbone to flow a little more upward as we're gently guiding the heart closer and closer to the thighs with the chin flowing towards the collarbone. So you want to always invite more movement into the spine, pressing it towards the thighs for a nice strong down dog. From here, we'll take a cleansing breath. We're going to shift the weight of the body forward. So your shoulders will align over your wrists. So if you're tall, you might have to walk your hands outward. I have to walk my hands outward so that I can align my shoulders over my wrist. And again, the fingers stay very spreading. This creates a tripod effect to protect our wrists. And a modification for this plank posture is to bend the knees. So if this is too intense, you can bring your knees down. All right, so we have the chin flowing towards the collarbone. We're guiding the navel in towards the spine for a nice strong plank posture. Plank is wonderful for the core muscle group. Now we're going to focus on our right arm. So we're going to take a breath. And first, let's notice the position of the left arm. Make sure your left wrist is below your left shoulder, so you might have to adjust. Left wrist under left shoulder, and then the right arm will rise. Turn your body to face front, all 10 toes face the front of the room, and see if you can get your fingertips to lift up. But if you can't, an alternative is just bend the left knee. Awesome. So we're still in the side plank, so we either have the knee bending onto the mat or we have both legs straight. So choose your level and breathe deep. All right, you can even guide the corners of the mouth up for a gentle smile, knowing that you're taking amazing care of your body right now. Strengthening arms, engaging core, also toning leg muscles all at the same time. Let's take a cleansing breath. And as we exhale, our left knee is going to bend. We're going to gently place our left knee on the mat. Imagine there's a rope just in front of the right hand. We're going to breathe and reach and rise up. Breathe. Returning the spine back to neutral and releasing the arm all the way down. And we're going to bend the straight leg. All right, both knees are facing the front of the room. Awesome flow. Now we'll take a breath, rotate the upper body now towards the right. All right, so we're just turning the whole body to the right. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, guide the heart forward, extend the arms, spread your fingers as widely as possible. And now, let's flex our toe prints onto the mat. We're going to rise up to down dog, breathe, lift the knees if you're able. And if you can't lift your knees, that's okay. Just keep your knees on the mat. We're all guiding our chin towards our collarbone, guiding the tailbone towards the sky, pressing the heart towards the thighs. All right, for a wonderful down dog. The eyes open, we're focused on flow of breath. The breath is increasing the oxygen levels into the bloodstream, strengthening the body. Now we're going to focus on checking the alignment of the right arm. We want that right wrist below the right shoulder, so adjust accordingly. Keep those fingers spreading. And now we'll focus on the left arm. On an inhale, lift the left arm, rotate the whole body towards the front of the room. All 10 toes face the front of the room. Again, to modify, you'll just bend your right knee and gently place it on the mat. Everybody's shoulders are stacked, and we're guiding the navel inward. So We are finding peace within this side plank pose. Either both legs are straight or one knee bending. What a wonderful flow. Noticing heart rhythm, flow of breath. Let's take a big breath, and on the exhale, now the right knee will bend. We'll gently guide that knee onto the mat, and then we will guide the left arm to lower. We're going to rotate the body towards the mat and bend the straight leg. So now we'll be in an all fours tabletop position. Another breath guides the elbows to bend. Check the alignment of the elbows. Notice how your elbows are directly beneath your shoulders. Now we'll rotate the hands inward so the palms face each other. Guide the hands closer. Palms will touch, and clasp your hands. Fingers bending. All right, so your hands are clasping very tightly. We have the elbows below the shoulders, and the forearms create an upside down V kind of position. Let's bring the chin towards the collarbone, and on the next breath we're going to flex the toes so the toe prints are on the mat. Guide your toe prints onto your mat. Keep your eyes open on your inhale. See if you can lift those knees up. See how that feels. Breathe. Guide the knees to rise up. Encourage the legs to straighten and your tailbone is flowing towards the sky. On the exhale breath, encourage the heels to release closer to the mat. However, I will tell you my heels are not touching the mat. My heels always hover. So remember, in yoga, there's no pain. There's no straining. All right? So gentle yoga for everyone. We want to be gentle to our bodies. We want to flow slowly with purpose and fluid breath. And this is called a variation of a dolphin pose. This posture is also a gateway pose to our headstand and headstand. All right? So this is very good for guiding oxygen-rich blood into the brain, improving alertness and awareness. We keep the eyes open for focus and concentration. Let's all take a cleansing breath, and we're going to guide the knees to flow to bending. We're going to gently place our knees on our mat, point your toes, release the fingers to straighten, guide your heels to stay where they are, and your glutes flow to your heels. Palms connect with the mat and press your palms away from the body. Be sure to guide your navel inward. Really suck that belly in, suck the belly in, and let your chin flow to your collarbone. And if this is a little too intense for the arms, you can bend the elbows, stack the arms, forearms stack, and rest your forehead on the forearms. So you either have the arms straight or the elbows bending. So just do what feels right for your body at this moment in time. Allowing gravity to lengthen the spine. Allowing gravity to open the shoulders so the shoulder joints are engaged and receiving increased mobility, range of motion. So many benefits in this child's pose. From here, we'll take a breath, and we're going to begin to lift the glutes up. So lift your bottom up off of your heels. Keep your elbows bending. Check the alignment of the elbows. Make sure your elbows are directly below your shoulders. Palms facing downward, and all fingers touch each other, okay? So all fingers are touching each other, however the thumbs are not touching each other, okay? So the arms are parallel. We'll prepare for another variation of a dolphin pose. From here, we'll flex the toe prints onto our mat. On the inhale breath, we're going to begin to lift the knees up. So when you're ready to take your inhale, begin to lift your knees off of your mat. And again, if you can't lift them, just keep them down. So if you are lifting your knees, you're guiding the chin towards the collarbone as you encourage your legs to flow to straighten. All right, so the heels are flowing towards the mat. For my body, my heels do not touch the mat. However, it depends on a lot of different factors on if your heels will touch the mat, how long your legs are, how long the upper body is, how flexible you are. So remember, breathe deep, honor your body with your breath, take micro movements, go slow. Keep awareness on your own heart rhythm. From here, we'll take a deep breath, and as we exhale, we're going to guide the knees to bend, and we're going to gently place our knees on our mat. Once the knees connect with the mat, the inhale breath allows us to rise up. Press your palms into your mat, and we'll face forward. Next breath guides the elbows to bend, palms touch. Rest your thumbs on your sternum and release your glutes towards your heels. So make sure your toe prints are on the mat. So you have your toe prints on the mat, and then release your glutes towards your heels. See how that feels? If it's uncomfortable, you can use your hands as props to take up some of the pressure, okay? So from here, let's all release the palms. Guide the fingers to the mat. And if able, you're going to lift your knees up. Lift your knees up. See if you can balance on the ball and toes of your feet. See how it feels. If it's uncomfortable, just bring one knee down, okay? So we either have both knees lifted, or we can have one knee on the mat. We can have both knees on the mat, okay? So just see how it feels, listen to your body. If you'd like a little more, take a breath, bend your elbows, lift your heart up. See if your palms will touch. And we're going to rise up slowly. If you want to use your hands to assist you, go ahead and do so. Release and relax at your side. Awesome flow. So we are about halfway into our practice. This is our time for our water break. So let's go ahead and grab some water, and I'll meet you back on your mat. Alrighty, so we'll take our time hydrating. I'm going to check the messages, see if there are any comments. All right. As we flow through this live YouTube class, I love these live YouTube classes. It's a great way for us to maintain our commitment to taking good care of our bodies. All right, awesome. Thanks for the thumbs up too. Okay, so we're all hydrating, not rushing. And also, remember, as you're flowing through your practice, if you feel a need to hydrate, go ahead and do so. As we're flowing through practice, the resting posture is child's pose. During practice, if you feel like you need a rest or a break, I'll demonstrate child's pose. Child's pose is just simply on your knees, glutes flowing towards the heels, extending arms either forward, bending elbows, palms stacking, head flowing onto the forearms. Another variation is arms behind. So arms behind, palms facing up, and we have the navel guiding inward, forehead to the mat. So anytime during practice, if you feel like you need a rest or a break, feel free to flow into a child's pose, because you always want to listen to the body. Listen to your body. So now we are going to resume seated on our mat. Let's resume in a cobbler pose. So we'll have the soles of the feet touching. And so take your time, don't rush. Yes, well, as we flow into the cobbler pose, just allow your knees to rock from side to side. So we're inviting a little more openness into the hips. The next breath allows the legs to be still. We'll take an inhale, lift the heart, extend the arms out, and guide the fingertips to flow all the way overhead. The next breath allows the arms to rotate in and flow closer. As the arms flow closer, lift your heart up and breathe. Fingertips will touch. On the exhale breath, guide the elbows to soften. Keep lifting the heart up. Keep guiding the navel inward. The palms flow closer and closer together. Be sure to relax your shoulders and rest your thumbs on your sternum, connecting with your own heart rhythm. From here, we'll take a breath, and we're going to guide the knees to flow upward. And from here, we're going to straighten the right leg. Release your palms. Use your hands to support your left heel. So breathe, lift the left foot, and see if you can clasp your fingers around your left foot. We're flexing the left foot, flexing the right foot. On the inhale, we're going to lift the heart and extend the left foot forward. Encourage the leg to straighten, but don't strain. And you might have to hold the low leg. So either you're holding your heel, perhaps you're holding your low leg. You're doing what feels best for your body right now. The next breath will guide the left knee to bend. Keep lifting the heart up. And we're going to guide that foot to flow on top of the right thigh. See how it feels. If that's a little too intense, then just place that foot on the mat, touching the inner thigh. So you're either having your foot on the thigh or touching the inner thigh. The knee splays outward and the front foot is flexing. Remember, lift your heart up. Lift your heart up. Allow the arms to extend outward. Inhale, lift the arms and lift your heart up. A nice fluid flow guides the fingertips to flow towards the sky. Let's take another cleansing breath, lifting the heart up. On the exhale, we're guiding the heart to flow towards the straight leg. We're guiding our navel inward. Reach your fingertips towards the wall in front of you. Your chin flows towards the collarbone. You're actively guiding your navel inward. All right, so we're not straining. We're just doing a release and a relaxing motion of the body, allowing the body to soften and naturally flow closer to the straight leg. Be mindful as you inhale, guiding the breath to fully expand the lungs. On the exhale, notice your navel pressing inward towards the spine, helping you engage the core a little more, activate the diaphragm wall. The next breath, if you want to go a little deeper, Allow the arms to extend outward. Your palms will face down, and the arms begin to flow towards the wall behind us, slowly. Chin flowing towards the collarbone. The fingertips ultimately go towards the back of the room. Rotate the arms so the palms face each other and the shoulder blades are touching. So we have the arms parallel as best as can, and also palms facing each other, elbows straight. What a wonderful way to strengthen the muscles in the back. The next breath allows the arms to extend outward and flow towards the front of the room. Our fingertips point towards the front of the room. Our palms will face each other. On the inhale, we're going to begin to flow up. Breathe. Begin to lift your heart up. The arms will rise up also. And we're guiding the navel inward. Keep lifting up the heart. Notice the length you receive in your spine as your fingertips flow towards the sky. So you can take a complete breath. On the exhale, palms face forward. We release the arms very slowly. See how slowly you can lower your arms, keeping your elbows squeezing. Palms facing forward, fingers straight. What a wonderful way to strengthen the shoulders. We'll guide our fingertips to gently rest on our mat. Lift the heart on the inhale and connect with heart rhythm. The next breath guides the left elbow to bend. We're going to use that left palm to support the bending knee. The breath guides the leg to rise, so use your hand to support you. Lift up that foot off of the thigh if it's there, and guide the bending leg to straighten. On the inhale, lift your heart and bend your right knee. Use your hands to see if you can capture your heel or maybe capture your leg. Capture what you can. From there, on the inhale, we're going to fill the lungs and allow that foot to flow forward. The leg begins to straighten. We're lifting the heart up. So we have both of our feet flexing, and we're encouraging both legs to be straight with a lifted heart. Awesome flow. The next breath guides the bending knee to bend. So the breath's flow is so important. As we exhale, we're bending that right leg, and then we'll see if we can guide the knee out to a diagonal and place the foot on the thigh. See how it feels? All right? You should be able to smile. And if you can't smile and it's too intense, then lift the foot, place the sole of the foot on the inner thigh. All right? So choose your level for the foot placement. We'll have the left foot flexing. We're lifting the heart up, and we'll allow the arms to extend outward. Let's breathe deep as we lift our heart up and allow the arms to rise. We're also guiding the navel inward. What a fluid flow. We'll guide the fingertips up towards the sky, and then we'll rotate the arms in. So the palms face each other, and we're squeezing the elbows. When we squeeze our elbows, we get engagement and toning in our bicep, tricep muscles. On the inhale, we're going to reach up. So reach, lift your heart up, lengthen the spine, and on the exhale, that's when you'll guide your heart towards that flexing foot. We're guiding the navel inward. We're going as slowly as we can. Just a release mode. Reaching the fingers towards the front of the room, guiding the navel inward, and we're just letting gravity do what it does. The gravity will naturally guide the upper body to lower towards the straight leg. Our chin is flowing towards our collarbone. We're maintaining the flexed left foot, and we're connecting with the rise and fall of our chest. If you'd like to go a little deeper in this posture, you can take a breath Allow the arms to splay outward, palms face down. As the arms flow outward, our fingertips are going to begin to flow to the back of the room. So the palms first face the back of the room, and then guide the arms closer. The shoulder blades begin to touch each other, perhaps, and encourage your fingertips to point towards the wall behind you. What a wonderful flow. We're opening up the hips, lengthening and strengthening the spine, and toning up the arms and shoulders all at the same time. From here, we'll take a deep breath, and as we exhale, guide the arms to extend outward. Palms will face downward. Let your palms face down and create a fluid flow of the arms, guiding towards the front of the room, becoming parallel over the straight leg. Once your palms face each other, on the inhale, that's when we're going to rise up. So let's breathe, flow upward, guiding the heart to rise, lengthening spine. On the exhale, we'll release the arms down, palms face each other, elbows straight, guiding the navel inward. Ultimately, the fingertips connect with the mat. The next breath guides the right elbow to bend. We'll use the right hand to support the bending knee. Take a breath. Use your hand to support the knee in rising, uncross. Awesome flow. From here, we'll take a breath and we'll guide both knees to bend. So we have both knees bending. With both knees bending, we'll allow the knees to splay towards the left. And we're going to use the right hand to lift the right ankle. Guide the heel towards your glute. Opposite hand can guide the foot in. Now we're going to place the right hand behind us. The right fingertips point to the wall behind us. The elbow is straight. When you straighten the elbow, notice how you lift your heart up. So the elbow creates length in the spine. Left arm extends out and then flows to bending. We'll take a cleansing breath, and on the exhale, rotate the upper body towards the right. The arm moves as well, and the head is flowing towards the right shoulder. We're guiding the navel inward for a nice spinal twist. What a wonderful way to invite flexibility into the hips, spine, and shoulders, all at the same time. From here, we'll take a cleansing breath, lift the heart up on the inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to untwist. Lift up that right hand so that you can release to untwisting. When the spine is neutral, lower the left arm, and the breath guides both knees to rise. You can use your fingers to support, lifting knees up. Take a breath. On the exhale, knees flow opposite direction. The legs will be stacked. Left hand supports left ankle. Breathe, lift the ankle, the foot, the leg, and guide that heel towards your left glute, opening the hip. You might have to adjust the front leg foot. We're going to be a little askew maybe. Let's lift the heart up. Guide the left arm behind us. Left fingertips point away from the body, left elbow straight. The breath guides the right arm to extend, and the elbow bends. Awesome flow. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, we're going to rotate the body towards the left. We're guiding our chin towards the left shoulder, looking towards the wall behind us. Get a nice eye muscle stretch. A lifted heart, a hollow belly, a wonderful way to activate the diaphragm, engage the abdominal wall. So many benefits in this wonderful spinal twist. From here, we'll take a breath. We're going to lift that left arm and begin to untwist. The right elbow straightens. Both arms flow downward. And from here, we can guide both knees to rise. Guiding the legs closer, knees rise. Awesome flow. From here, we'll take a breath. Let's allow the body to face the right. Right, so we have the left side towards the front of the room, knees bending. Use the arms to embrace your thighs. Walk your feet closer to the body and let your feet rise up. If this is a little too intense, you can place your hands behind you. So you're either embracing thighs or having hands for support. Everybody is guiding the navel inward, right? And this is how we engage our pelvic floor. This is how we activate the abdominal wall, tone up the leg muscles, all at the same time. If you'd like a little more, you can guide the left foot to rise and lift your heart as you're lifting your foot. What a wonderful flow. From here, we'll take another deep breath. And as we exhale, we're going to guide that straight leg to return back to bending. As we keep lifting the heart up, keep guiding the navel inward, releasing the foot downward. Now we'll do the same flow, other side. Opposite foot rises. And again, if you have your hands on the mat, you're still receiving the benefit. You're lifting your heart, guiding the foot to rise, and you're listening to the body. Your body will tell you how high you can lift your foot, right? So lift your heart, hollow the belly, and connect with your own heart rhythm. From here, we'll take another cleansing breath. And on the exhale, we're going to guide the foot in the air to lower, nice and slowly, all the way back down. Then if you're holding your thighs, let's release them. Guide the soles of the feet onto the mat. We're going to slide forward a little bit. We are preparing to lie down. So make sure you have adequate space to lie down. Next breath, extend the arms forward or to diagonal position. Inhale, guide your knees towards your chest. Encourage the feet to rise up. If that's too intense, hands on the mat. From here, we'll take a cleansing breath, lift the heart up a little more, and on the exhale, very slowly, we're going to release the lowest vertebrae of the back towards the mat. We're guiding our navel inward, and we're releasing one vertebrae at a time towards the mat. Ultimately, the shoulder blades will touch the mat. The shoulders, the base of the skull. Once the base of the skull and your head is gently resting on your mat, allow your feet to lower downward, arms lower downward at the same time. Soles of the feet connect with the mat, arms relax at your side. And from here, let's bend our elbows. Let your knees splay outward. The soles of your feet will touch. Make sure your spine is long and straight. You might want to rock your knees a little bit from side to side. Get the spine straight. You might want to lift the head and just make sure you create a little more length. You can even use your hands to lift up your head and then guide the lowest part of the skull towards the mat. Get a position that's comfortable for your neck alignment, and then we're going to keep elbows bending. The left palm covers the heart. Right palm covers the navel. We have our eyes closed. Let's close our eyes together. Closing eyes. On the exhale breath, relax the low jaw away from the upper jaw. Allow your tongue to rest in low jaw. This will be a time for us to go within, connecting with heart rhythm, heart energy, slow breath. breathing with a purpose, connecting breath with heart rhythm, connecting with inner peace, inner calm. Exhale, relaxing. Inhale, notice heart. All focus on flow of breath and heart rhythm. As we remain connected with the rise and fall of our chest, the sound of the breath, the flow of the breath, allow the toes to wiggle back and forth. Another breath allows the feet to move a little bit so we can engage the ankles with some slow movements. The next breath, we're going to gently rock the knees from side to side. From here, we'll engage the glute muscles with gentle squeezes and releases. Allow the legs and glutes to be still and focus on fingers bending and releasing. Breathe deep, bending, releasing fingers, and allow the hands to circle so you can engage your wrist. Circle hands in both directions. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, guide the arms to relax at your side. Elbows will straighten. Place your hands under your thighs. Next breath, lift your shoulders up towards the sky. On the exhale, allow your shoulder blades to release back to your mat. Allow your mouth to move from side to side. Guide your lips to make circles across your teeth and begin to wiggle the nose from side to side. Move your cheeks. Try to move your ears. Breathe deep as you blink your eyes open. Now we're going to have our palms touching our thighs. The breath guides the hands to press the legs closer together. Knees will flow up towards the sky so the soles of the feet are resting on the mat. With the soles of the feet on the mat, we'll take a full breath. And on the exhale, knees flow towards the left. We're going to turn our body to the left side. Left elbow bends. We're going to create a pillow for our head. Next breath guides the hands to flow in front of the chest. Breathe. Hands flow in front of chest. We have our palms on the mat. We'll take a cleansing breath. Press the body upright. Alrighty. So we're guiding the body to a seated position. Resting arms either on the legs or at our side, keeping the heart lifted. So the breath guides the arms to extend and flow upward. Full big breath. Fingertips flow towards the sky. We'll rotate arms in. Let your fingertips touch. Breathe. Release elbows. More breath. Elbows flow to bending. Thumbs rest on sternum and we relax our shoulders. So we can take another breath. And on the exhale, we're going to release and Fold forward. Let's remember the importance of enjoying the beauty there is in life. Enjoy nature. Enjoy the sun, enjoy the moon. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. On the inhale, that's when we rise up slowly. We're breathing. We're lifting the body back up at our own pace. Relaxing hands, relaxing arms. Awesome flow. For those that might have joined a little later, my name is Candace with Gentle Yoga for Everyone. Thank you for practicing with me today. I encourage you, if this practice was helpful to you, hit the subscribe button, share the video with others, hit the like if you liked it. Thank you for watching. I'll be posting more videos soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye.